What restaurants do you want to see come to Springfield, or maybe restaurants you want to see come back to Springfield? It is the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop, 842, and the listener contact line is 629-7970. That's area code 217-629-7970. You can also message me via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Did I miss one? Whatever. Just search out Bishop on Air. You'll be able to find it, or you can email me, bishoponair@gmail.com. Now, one thing that we do each and every week is we talk with Michelle Ownby from the Springfield Business Journal, and it's a great way to kind of keep our thumb on the pulse of what's going on in business around the area. And one story that's kind of been an interesting one to see is all of the different restaurants that have come and gone. And a lot of these restaurants either opened up right before the pandemic and have lasted through. Others opened during the pandemic and didn't last. But we have news now that the Pasta House, which just opened not too long ago. What did that used to be? It used to be a Denny's, right? There on the corner of Wabash and Veterans. So, you know, that was a pretty prime location. And now the Pasta House, which is what it's now, that's going by the wayside. And it's going to be turned into something else after Christmas Eve. That's the last day for it. So ultimately what it's going to be turning into is a Beef O'Brady's. It's a Florida-based chain, family-friendly, it says, neighborhood Irish pub. So Beef O'Brady's, they've got 142 locations in 17 states, and this will be the first foray into Springfield. So I want to hear from you now, 217-629-7970. What restaurants would you like to see come to Springfield or to come back to Springfield? Again, 217-629-7970 is the phone number. One restaurant that I would like to see come back to Springfield, and I know that they do catering right now and special parties, but my gosh, I want to go back to Arlington's to get a burger. Arlington's was the place that Megan and I would go to. We loved their gourmet burgers. During the pandemic, they did this, special where at first it was like order 2 burgers and you get some sides and some appetizers, and you could even get one of their growlers of beer. We did that, and then they said, "Oh, we're doing a 4-pack now," and we invited friends over and had a nice burger party. It was just a good time. But I can't go to Arlington's for lunch now. I can't just walk in. So I hope that Arlington's comes back. But we do have some of that local flair that's just wonderful. We went to Broad Gauge on Friday. It was busy. It took a little bit to get our food and drinks, but that was a great experience. It's not in Springfield, it's in Petersburg, but it's in the area. So what are some of the things you want to see come to the area or maybe come back? 217-629-7970. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Well, this goes back a while, but the Golden Dragon on North Grand 5th Street.
The Golden Dragon, I don't think I ever was familiar with that. What was the best thing to take away from there?
Their chicken wings, Mongolian beef is one of the best Chinese restaurants. Anybody who's been in Springfield for a long time would recognize that and would love to have them back. The owner ended up getting sick. The wife was still had gotten sick and I guess passed, and the father was just couldn't do it by himself, and the kids went off to college and didn't continue with the restaurant, and so they closed up. But it was a fantastic restaurant.
How long ago was that?
They've been closed probably 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So anyway, yeah, Golden Dragon, though, got my vote.
Have you not found another Chinese restaurant that kind of fits the suit there?
Well, actually, the Thai restaurant in off Dirkston, North Dirkston, Taste of Thai. We love their asparagus chicken, and kind of find out they closed about 3 weeks ago.
No!
With no notice. And actually, talking about Broad Gauge, we actually have reservations there January 13th on a Saturday night.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that too.
Great food. Awesome atmosphere. We're going to have to go again at some point. But yeah, good stuff. And it's good to have that kind of local original flavor, which, some of the chain restaurants just don't bring, right? So I appreciate the call. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. What restaurant do you want to see come back to Springfield or to make a debut in Springfield? 217-629-7970 is the phone number. I think that one thing I'm always looking for, and we've talked about it before in the past, I want like a Bruin-View, right? Where I can go either see a new movie or a classic movie, order a whiskey, a steak, and just sit back and enjoy. That if we had something, I don't know what it would be called. I don't know if there's a national chain that does that, but that would be awesome. Like a Bruin-View, right? 217-629-7970 with the news that the Pasta House is going to be turning into Beef O'Brady's, and also all the other news that we've heard from the Springfield Business Journal over the year of new restaurants that just opened up and then months later they close, or, changing of ownership. DJ's Cafe is one of those, a variety of other things shifting and changing here. But what do you want to see? What restaurants do you want to see come to Springfield or possibly return to Springfield? Good morning.
Jim's Steakhouse.
Which one?
Jim's Steakhouse.
Jim's Steakhouse. I'm not familiar with
that. And later, Gallagher's has been burnt down.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we did eat at Gallagher's. That was a great feel. Like low lit. You had the piano off in the corner. Oh yeah. Okay, no, I do remember it being Jim's. It's right there after the underpass, heading into town. Yeah, we ate there at least once or twice. We really enjoyed the atmosphere. Sad that it burned down, and the parking could have been better. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Like to see something like that come back. A low lit steakhouse where maybe they have a piano in the corner playing some soft music. Just kind of a beautiful atmosphere. I like that type of stuff myself. But what are some of the things that you want to see come to Springfield? One thing that we've heard on these airwaves year in, year out, when these types of topics come up, is somebody wants a Dave & Buster's. I get it. I've never been to one. It looks like a good time. It's like a like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults, because you can get a cocktail and some appetizers and then go play some video games. Sounds fun, but it almost is like, why not just go to a casino? Because maybe those video games might play off there. But good conversation. Appreciate you guys chiming in on this about what restaurants you'd like to see come back to Springfield or possibly make a debut in Springfield. One of those perennial topics that always gets people talking. This after we get news that the Pasta House is changing names and retooling. No longer going to be the Pasta House. After Christmas, it's going to turn into Beef O'Brady's, a kind of Irish pub of sorts. So we'll see how that goes. It is the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg.